Oh, that's handy. I love that. I love that intro now.
Quick and easy.
Welcome, everybody. This is episode 19, or as the description says, episode 1. Episode 19, Fingerpod of Doom.
Back in time.
It is March 30th. We are at the end of the month of March already. Jeez.
Just crazy. It's insane.
Well, they say time flies when you're having fun.
March did, though. March really did fly. It was a quickie.
Yeah. Being retired really just speeds things up, doesn't it?
Investments.
Well, it's great, 19 episodes and we're retired. It's Christ, life is good here.
Trade.
I'm Andrew. He's Jimmy Bones. Today we're going to do SmackDown recap from London, England. Good old, jolly old England. We're going to do a quick review of the dark side of the ring also.
So dark.
Do the regular news and try to keep it within an hour. So let's start with the news. What do you think? Or do you want to do dark side first?
Ooh, switch it up? I like that.
Dark side first?
Yeah, jump in with dark side.
Keep this. I made this too. Check this out. Ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, except for some reason, switch the cameras here. Yeah.
Wait.
Why did that happen?
That's a wicked. I like that.
Why did that happen? I'll fix this here, but episode 1, Dark Side of the Ring, was Mick Foley, the Hell in the Cell match with the Undertaker.
Brutal. So brutal.
Oh, it was.
Still to this day. Yeah.
And we're still talking about it, right? So
yeah. Even the impact today with these matches you see in AEW, it's still there.
Oh, and these guys like, the Ospreys, the Kyle Fletchers, after that bullshit that they were doing. Some of even the Kenny Omega stuff.
Yeah.
That harder hitting. I don't think Kenny's going to really get into that much anymore, but even like Moxley and.
Yeah, Mox is a tryhard.
Yeah. As we've seen.
He tried to pull Mick out of retirement that one time when he was still Dean Ambrose and he was trying to make his way to the main roster. And then he said something about his family, Mick's family. And Mick was like, okay, I'm done. We're done. This, I told you not to. That was the one line. You crossed it. And that was the end of it.
That's really weird. That's right.
It's very weird.
Probably because he showed up to the arena drunk.
Yeah, back then for sure.
Yeah, he was bloated Ambrose back then. There we go.
Yeah.
There
Don't
we
talk
go.
about my family.
Now we got you.
Your daughter's fucking a clown.
He did mention that, didn't he?
I don't know, probably.
Well, he mentioned, I thought it was Noel he mentioned, wasn't it? Or did he just say?
I think it was, and I don't think it was appropriate for sure.
No.
I don't know if it was ever really mentioned. It was kind of like maybe on a phone, recorded on a phone, but I know she was with Frank at the time. Maybe she still is, but at the time she was with that idiot.
Must have been boozing.
Ruined his big shot anyways. That would have been a great feud.
No kidding. Well, if Mick... How old would have Mick been then, though?
Oh, very old. Like, he still could have maybe done a little bit of something, at least deathmatch for sure, because you don't have to be too beautiful in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hit me with a few things. Make me bleed. It's good.
So that's one thing about Mick, and Cornette mentioned it in the show, was that he was just able to tell a story so well.
Yeah.
And tell the story with violence, essentially. Like somewhat of a method actor when you think about it.
Very much so, yeah. Mankind, like who else could have got that over?
Well, that's just it. That's what Cornette even says as well, right? Who else would have got that over? But that being said, the episode itself, I didn't like. It was fine. It was a good episode.
Yeah.
Not much new in there for fans that, you know, have followed wrestling. You know, like some, I guess, hardcore fans, right? There wasn't much new in a sense, right? We all knew that his family was in the front row for the Rock match, and that he was super pissed off about that.
Which was a bad idea. Those poor kids
awful,
at the time,
right? It's obvious that there was no like concussion protocol, nowhere close to what it was today.
No.
The most shocking thing about the episode was that the doctor was Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat.
I learned that. That was pretty incredible to learn. I didn't think that at all. I forgot that guy existed.
It was nice to see almost a vulnerable, maybe regretful side of Mick.
Yeah.
And a couple points in that show, especially when he goes to talk about the impact it's had on his brain.
Yes. Frightening.
Because even some of that stuff in WCW, flinging himself off the ring to the concrete, of course, Japan, right?
WCW, the chair shots, everything. It was still pretty forward for WCW at the time.
Well, that's just it. And WCW, like, you know, you hear a lot about the Fed being, you know, G-rated and during that time. Well, early 90s WCW was no better.
No.
And
they were still like a little Southern Carney show.
Right. And they had Mick there, and him and who did he team with in that one match? Oh Christ, they fought the Nasty Boys in a street fight.
Oh geez, it wasn't not a blackjack.
No. But it was like it was fairly violent. And I think I recall Mick Foley saying that, like, he said it in an interview, or he said it, I can't remember where I heard it, but there's a spot in that match that he remembers hurting the most.
Oh.
Max Payne,
okay.
Yeah, Street Fight in 94. April 94. Okay. Good match, great match if you haven't seen it. I don't know where you could watch it really now. Probably might be on YouTube now.
What else has Max Payne done? I don't remember.
Oh, geez.
Max Payne. He's no legend.
No, he was he was in the Fed in their like corny G character day.
Okay.
Man Mountain Rock. That's who he was. Okay.
Oh yeah, so he's big guy.
Big man, yeah. But yeah, good match though. But really, I mean, I don't think he's really done anything else notable, right? I know him and Cactus had a program with him and Cactus had a bit of a program with the Nasty Boys in 94, according to Match Guide here, but other than that, he did fuck all.
And nasties, they could dish it. They could dish a little bit of violence when they wanted to.
Oh yeah, big time.
And him and Vader had some decent ones in WCW.
They did,
So,
yeah.
Vader wasn't easy on him.
Oh no, Vader wasn't easy on anybody.
No.
In that match with Vader in Japan with Stan Hansen, where Stan punches Vader's eye out of his socket.
Yeah.
Sure, that was Hansen. That was in.
I believe so. Yeah.
That. Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, so it was a good episode, right? I like watching that behind the scenes stuff, no matter what I know about it.
Yeah.
But just a phenomenal talent in terms of being able to tell a story, cut a promo. His ECW promos are incredible. Like, if he wants to keep his mind sharp, he should just go down to Florida. Him and Colette can move down to Florida and he can train. Teach promo class and match psychology at the Performance Center.
Well, and he needs to keep sharp. Like those tours that he does where it's just telling stories, it does help the brain. So it was cool to hear from his wife and some of the kids just to say, like, this is what we went through and felt. That was cool. His poor wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She would have lived a tough life when he was wrestling, for sure.
The anxiety, eh?
Oh man. But that it didn't play the sound when I switched to the scene for this. Well, there it is. It's quiet. Oh yeah, next this Tuesday's episode is Ludwig Borga.
Nice tramp stamp.
Yeah, this will be a fucked up one.
Yeah.
We're not going to show the news. They're going to talk about it on, or the news of it. They'll talk about it on the show. Tune in Tuesday. 10 Central, or 10 Eastern, I believe, right? It's 8 o'clock our time? 8 o'clock Mountain? Yeah. Sounds right.
7 o'clock if we're doing 7, yeah. If we do 7, it's 9 Eastern.
That's right. To the news! Yeah. Look at this asshole. Who is he wrestling? It better not be Gunther.
I'm excited.
Although it's gonna be, because he's obviously losing that title at Mania to Jay.
Yeah. You'd figure that would happen. He looks good though. He looks happy.
He looks sarcastically happy. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. You know, it's just so lame.
Look how big Gage looks though. That's Gage beside him, right? He's like double in size now.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. That kid's working. I mean, it's all for his kid, definitely, to get a contract.
Oh, so, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
He went to South America to undergo stem cell. Oh, let's say this here. Bill Goldberg reveals in-ring crew as he's assembled team to get him ready for a retirement match. Fuck me.
Well, that's a crew. It's definitely a crew.
Something, yeah. God, I hate him.
Maybe a tag match.
There's been him and Gage against Rey Mysterio and Dom, yeah. Or Rick and Braun.
That would be great.
Or Scott and what was his son's name?
Bronson?
Brock's his kid's name, yeah.
Yes. Talented.
So yeah, Goldberg had some stem cell surgery that he wrote via his official Facebook page. God, he is old.
Did he promo the company? Because he'd get it for free.
No, there's yet to be an official announcement regarding when, where, or whom against, but everything's leading to Gunther, probably at SummerSlam at this point, providing he doesn't get hurt or punch through another window and cut his hand up like an asshole. So
yeah, they got the clips of them insulting each other already. It's perfect.
Yeah. Although Gunther did say that his favorite wrestler was Bill Goldberg in that one promo, remember? To Bret Hart.
That was so good. So good. Bret,
I'd
you
rather
could just tell was
see Bret waddle around the ring and fight Gunther than Bill Goldberg.
What if he's a ref? Bring
Oh
out
God,
Bret for the ref.
Jesus!
I can't count.
What?
How do I get
Respect.
You just walk out. 4 out of 10.
First ever. So I mentioned this. I'm certain that I had mentioned this last week, that if there were ever to be matches
Yes.
in the Hall of Fame, that it would be this one would be first.
You did, and you're right. And
First ever Immortal Moment inductee for 2025 Hall of Fame. So Immortal Moment, basically it's matches. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. For my money, this is the best wrestling match ever.
I hope they get to show up and talk about it.
Well, they're both going to be there.
Good.
They're both confirmed to be there. Presumably, it also helps sell tickets for the show, because I doubt that tickets would have been sold out. They will be now, though. That's for sure. Yeah. Very cool. What would be the second match, do you think?
I hope it's nothing Hogan, just because it won't go over well. But
if
it
won't be Hogan. They dropped, well, I don't know if they dropped Hogan from the weekend here in Vegas. But
yeah. Let's hope. But Taker Michaels, I would hope, right?
Yeah, I thought maybe that. 25? I thought Savage Steamboat.
Ooh. And Steamboat could definitely come talk.
Yeah, would they want both guys to be available to speak for the first couple, maybe, though?
True. Just to get in the flow.
Yeah.
Get it over a little bit.
I don't know if, if Steamboat's still kind of behind the scenes with AEW, is he? I haven't really read much about Steamboat lately.
It's been very quiet. I don't think so. I feel like it's been very quiet on his end. He's more of a Facebook guy too, I think, because he's ancient.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I don't know. I don't follow anything on there. But I mean, Michaels, what do you think? Michaels, Taker. Oh, geez. You're right about putting in someone who's passed.
Savage and Steamboat is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If Hogan was in good standing, it'd be possibly Rock Hogan too.
They could really talk on that.
Well, Dwayne could, and then Hogan would lie about it, and then Dwayne would lie about it also. Yeah.
I was there, brother. It didn't happen like that. I could just see that. What are you talking about?
I don't think it would be the Hell in the Cell, just because it's not much of a match more than it is a train wreck, basically, right? Yeah. Like that's all it is. It's not a good match. It's just remembered for as God is my witness, he's broken in half. That killed him. That killed him, right? He's dead. Jerry Lawler just kept saying he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not watching it to learn.
No. So, but yeah, very cool. I think this is a big plus for the Hall of Fame, since it's been kind of growing stale, especially when you have, celebrity wings and all this other random bullshit that people don't care about half of the time. Steamboat Willie inductees, or whatever his name was, Thunderbolt Johnson or Tom.
Yes.
I'm trying to.
And Coco Beware, come on, these guys.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
So many better people.
Discredit what these guys did for the pro wrestling, but it's just you're running out of the legacy wing. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys don't need main TV time.
No, it's already so long.
Yeah.
Because it's after SmackDown, right? So last year I watched it all. Christ, I didn't get to bed till midnight, 12:30 or something like that. And like the arena's half empty by the time like Heyman was done last year. Like nobody stayed.
No.
Even knowing The Rock was coming out last, nobody stayed. So they just have to shorten it somehow. How many drunks are going to be in Vegas too, right? People that want to go boozing.
And you have the after dark parties, and then you have NXT stand and deliver like really early the next morning. So
it's at like 9 a.m. I forgot about that.
I couldn't imagine getting up to work that early to be like, let's put on a banger right now. You'd be so, I don't know.
Have to have an Imodium after your coffee so you don't shit yourself in the ring.
Big Trick Williams.
Yeah.
A big Oba drop.
So we'll talk about this on SmackDown.
Yes.
We'll get into this now. Rey Fenix, boom. Debuts next week. So
Wicked.
Very cool. I love it. May as well get through this part. What I think here, I don't exactly remember what part of the show the Rey Fenix vignette appeared, but I expect him to get thrown into a multi-man US title match. I don't think it's going to be a one-on-one with Jacob and LA Knight. That's boring. Nobody gives a shit about that. Jacob's obviously going to win this last man standing match against Braun.
Yeah.
On Friday. This coming Friday, that is. So, and I think it's fairly obvious at this point as well that Jacob's leaving Mania with that title.
The smart move, yeah. It'd be great if he did. LA doesn't even register when it comes to this title. I don't know why he's still there with it. I guess to lose to Jacob.
Yeah, maybe but why put it on him then? Like why wouldn't you just leave it on Shinsuke, throw in Andrade and Carmelo into this match?
Yeah, that'd be entertaining too. See, because Shinsuke can work with those guys,
right? Like hopefully Rey Fenix debuts against Andrade, right? Like let's get Andrade back on TV, or even Santos Escobar.
Well, I miss Andrade for one. Like, and he came back for a reason, so he could wrestle. Unless he's injured, right. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Get him on TV.
Yeah. He's pouting because Charlotte's there, maybe. Who knows? Yeah. But he's just pouting in the corner. Oh no, my ex-wife. She took me for everything.
Who the hell is that? Some mid-carder?
Yeah.
He lucked out. He's okay.
Yeah, he'd be fine. Yeah. Very cool though.
Yeah, I'm happy. Good to keep him split up, I guess, for now, right?
That's
Penta on Raw, him on SmackDown. Let them get their personalities out. I like it.
Well, and they can do what they did with Penta and have them figure out how to work WWE style, I guess. Even though they were in AEW, I don't like Penta transitioned incredibly well, right? So
he's such a star, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, that's the news. I didn't really. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about here. Let's go back to that. Boom. WrestleTix is showing that. So this is a live event today in Amsterdam. I don't know what the final was.
That's huge.
8,000, or sorry, they had 6,700 seats sold for a live event in Amsterdam.
Wow.
Number of seats on map was just under 13. Setup was for 7,810. That's huge for a live event,
Yes.
which just goes to show that ticket prices aren't scaring anybody away, especially at Mania, which is crazy to me. And it's not like, they've been like it's been a while. Like last time they were in the Netherlands last year for a live event. I read too.
Okay.
So it's not like they're deprived, right?
Yeah.
Like a Belgium.
That's
I don't know when they
impressive.
were in Belgium, but you can train across
Holy
the
shit.
Netherlands, I'd assume, in relatively quick time. So it's pretty
Yeah.
wild, right? Like how successful the
setup.
product is right now.
I like that. I like that arena.
Of course, there's people, yapping online about this is the lowest attendance WrestleMania ever. And it's like, buddy, well, not ever, but lower than last year and in previous years. And it's like, no, sure, there's less people, less seats, but it's a smaller venue. Like it's nowhere near as big as where the Eagles play at whatever the stadium was last year. It's like 20,000 less people, right?
Yeah,
like
you can't book the biggest stadium every year. You just can't.
When ticket prices are too high and they're pricing out regular fans, you know what? They are, but it ain't going to change. They're selling out the event. Or maybe if they don't sell out the event, they'll decide next year what to do with the tickets. But
yeah, I'm sure they'll make a ton of money regardless.
Even though 20,000 less people, probably they'll be the highest gate.
Yeah,
they'll break a gate record.
That'll be a good announcement.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
Wow.
Guaranteed. Like they've been breaking gate records for the last year. So, of course if it's working, they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
they know what they're doing.
Is it annoying that, like everyday average Joe can't go sit, where they want to sit hard cam? We were pricing ourselves at $1,800 for Survivor Series. So, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I don't blame them. Can't say I blame them. So, and that's the news. Okay, so SmackDown review, London. Man, they were loud here. God, these European crowds are crazy.
I love
it.
The chanting, the names
right, they're going to come back to the States and there's going to be a bunch of fucking dipshits sitting in these stadiums in like New Mexico and not know like when's the beer cart open? Like, there'll be no chanting. The wrestlers, the talent will be like, what the hell? What happened? Where are we?
Yeah. Is this a Miz match? What?
Yeah, seriously.
So quiet. Poor Miz.
I also don't remember where the Aleister Black vignette was, but it's very obvious that's who it is now.
Yeah.
The silhouette was him for sure. So,
exciting to see what they do with him.
Yeah. It is going to be interesting, right? At least they can maybe throw him in, help spice up the mid card. He can work with Andrade again. I just want to see Andrade, like you said, Andrade Russell. Let's get the Carmelo away from the Miz.
It's so awkward,
right? Let's just get through the Miz here right now. This had what was the point of this? What was the point of Jimmy Uso beating the Miz, going over on the Miz, who is like nothing right now? He's literally nothing.
Yeah.
just
Like,
to
good
like
job.
say I got to win before I fight Gunther on Monday. Like it does nothing. This achieves nothing.
And he was out of breath. Like he was so out of breath after the match when he got
Seriously.
on the headset. I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, man, you can barely speak.
Yeah, Big Jim versus The Miz.
2 very boring minutes later.
Jeez. God, it was terrible. So Cody opens the show. Crowd, of course, sings his theme, and they're singing and chanting, and like they're packed to the ceiling in this arena again. And they're going to be I don't know if they're in the same venue tomorrow night for Raw, or tomorrow afternoon for us, I guess.
Which is great if they are, because at London, I love it. I'd love to go to a live event there in London.
Yeah, I would assume they're still in the same arena, but could be wrong.
They were O2?
They were O2 yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see where they are at here.
It's almost April Fools. March 31st.
Well, I don't really, not on the actual website. Cody just basically plugs his match with John. They will be head to head again on Monday here. Hopefully,
it is the O2, yeah.
Hopefully the John has something different to say, at the start of this again, rather than the build to this hasn't been great.
No.
Right? Why? I guess the problem I'm having is why has there been no mention of The Rock?
It's weird. Are they surprising us? Is he gonna the only thing I can think is if Cody, because Cody and John have been pretty boring, I would love to see Cody snap, attack John, and then that would be the time to have Rock show up and just beat the shit out of Cody again with Cena's help. But I don't know what else you do.
Right, but if they're just holding off until if The Rock doesn't show up,
yeah,
until Mania, well, then it's obvious he's showing up at Mania.
Yeah.
Right? The surprise there is gone. If we don't see him in 3 weeks, the surprise is gone because we know he's going to show up.
Yeah, especially if he's at Hall of Fame, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why they have. Oh, of course he will be. I just don't know why there's been no mention. Why, John, did you sell your soul? Why are you doing this? Why did you sign with The Rock? I don't know if they're just going to keep him out of it completely now, but then why do it at Chamber? Something isn't making sense here. There's a massive plot hole, and it's not helping the build to the match.
Oh. The regime is usually pretty good with this stuff, right? Triple H's booking. So are they trying to swerve us? Or is it just we don't know what Rock is doing with his movies? Which is even worse to not know.
Yeah, it's just a pretty big oversight.
Yep.
And I get trying to stretch it out and everything, so I would hope if we don't see The Rock tomorrow, which I doubt we'd see him in London, that we see him the following week when they're back in the United States. He has to be. We're 2 weeks out then.
Yeah.
He has to show up. Yeah.
Because what else would you do? It's just weird if you don't. Where's he
So-
filming? Do we even know? Is he in the States filming, or is he?
Well, was
Moana
he filming
2?
Moana? He
I don't know.
might be closer to London. Who knows?
Live action in Fiji or something.
Strange, yeah. Very, very strange. But anyways, I digress. Then Randy interrupts. And then the crowd, sings for him and sings a song and chants for him. I heard one fan scream at Randy to punt Cody. Punt Cody's head, Randy, punt Cody's head off.
It's really, I'll think about it.
Yeah. What'd you think of Randy's little thing?
I thought it was very kind of cute. And I know that's pretty gay to say because I am, but it was just emotional. And Randy isn't an emotional guy. So when Cody started to tear up,
I'm wondering if this was a promo that Cody didn't know about.
I think so. I think it was like, you guys go have your little promo, but what he was saying really hit Cody. And he built him up strong. Like this wouldn't be happening.
Built him up.
It was like touching.
He's not wrong, right? Said he wasn't happy. Cody wasn't happy, and he was frustrated, and he was man enough to know that he had to leave. And realistically, Cody did change the business.
Yes, these big contracts, popularity right now.
Yeah, right. Like going out, creating basically a competition that at the early part of AEW was the superior product.
Yeah.
And then realizing that now that he had done that, okay, now I can go back home, essentially. It's cliche to say, but right. And he even did a pile of work on the indies when he left too. So
he earned it, man. Like those indies, he made those relationships with everybody who was, popular in the indies, New Japan. And Jesus, it created the competition that drove WWE to where it is right now.
This, I think, is some long-term storytelling. I can see Randy going after Cody.
He did say legacy.
He did say legacy, yes. I still don't know, right? Like, it almost does seem too obvious that John is going to win the title at Mania. But if he doesn't, it's almost as if the whole story will fail. Where do they go? General. Yeah, like where do they go if John doesn't win the title? Like they just have him chase Cody till the summer and win it like what's the point?
And that would get old, right? I think people just want to see it and get on with it.
Right. And then John said he's going to ruin wrestling and leave with the title. So it's very strange, right? Does Punk win it back from John and John's final day? And right?
Yeah.
Do that again, or does Cody win it? Right? I don't think
Cena would hold on to it, right? For a little bit, till the end.
Just show up when he, every couple of weeks, like Roman did.
Yeah. Yeah, because if he's going to leave with it and ruin it, you'd think he would almost hang on to it right till the end, and then fine, I'll do this match, one last match, then I'm done.
Just show up, do a couple of matches here and there, and the Rock could come out, or maybe a third man, right, to come out and help John win and keep the title. Who knows, right? So, I think a Randy Cody Rhodes little program is inevitable, whether it's for the title or not. I would almost believe that, well, no, Randy did sign a new contract. I would think that Randy would want Cody to retire him if it came down to it, though.
Yeah. It would be fantastic for sure.
And they'd have a good match.
Oh, the storytelling for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and he said, "I'm coming for 15, but I'm going to look you in your eye and tell you." It's long-term storytelling for sure. Like, it's going to happen. So,
be fun. It'd be fun to see those two.
Yeah, Randy can do a Cody RKO. Randy can do a jumping cutter from the ropes.
Yes, like look at this.
Yeah, look at your move, Cody. What as Cody botches the cell? Yeah, Ted DiBiase Jr. on a pole match. Yeah,
yeah. Here's Paroli. You gotta get him. Poor guy.
Drew interrupts though.
Yeah,
crowd loves him.
He's on fire.
Just talk shit about Randy for the most part. Drew says Cody and everyone should have listened to him about John Cena, and the next night he kicked you in the balls. True.
Yeah.
Then he calls then he calls Damian Priest the Timu eyeliner wearing Timu Undertaker, which is hilarious.
Yeah, not wrong.
Well, it was later in the show that Priest attacked Drew in the back, right? Somewhere around the Meechin, Charlotte Meechin match, I believe.
Yeah, after that, Drew's like walking out and he's like, "Hey."
Oh, no, it was
Jackie,
after Randy and Drew. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because he saw that Lucas, whatever singer, who's huge in the UK.
Oh,
right
that's
now. Like,
right.
Jackie, you got some questions for me before I get out of here? And then Drew was right there when the door opened. That was cool. The glass, with Punk walking by and just looking at the shattered windshield. Cry about it. Cry me a river. That was great.
Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly.
The gear was so awesome.
Their gear was hilarious. Yeah.
I love them.
Speaking of Timu, the Street Profits theme song sounds like it's being rapped by like a Timu flow rider. God, it's fucking bad.
They could probably afford Flow Rider. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
like it's fucking terrible. The match is pretty quick and quite obvious. Like we keep saying, this is just going towards another multi-man.
Yeah.
Like they're going to try to fit as many people on this card as they can. And it's, I think for the most part, outside of a few matches, this Mania might not be very good.
Very true. Let's see how it sets up the year, I guess, the summer. It's a lot of thrown together stuff.
Yeah. There was it was just a tag match. The Secret Hervis and what do they call themselves? Don't they have a team name? It's not particularly interesting.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know their name. I just thought it was Caden Carter and Katana Chance. I don't know if I thought they did in NXT. I swear they did.
The match itself wasn't particularly interesting, but at least they're, getting an opportunity.
Yeah.
And at the same time, trying to build up Zelina as a bit of a contender to Chelsea, but I think Zelina, Caden, and Katana are the same weight as Piper.
Yes.
So I don't know how you build them up as a contender anyways. And Zelina, she had an identical twin. Zelina could sit on her twin's shoulders, and I don't know if they'd still be as tall as Chelsea.
They're all three were very tiny, and Piper's just so good. I love seeing Piper whenever I can. So
Oh, she's fantastic.
yeah,
The Secret Service gimmick is over, so
yes,
I can't see them breaking it up for a while at least. I would still guess that once that's run its course, Piper will dethrone Chelsea.
hopefully. She deserves all her work over these years. The dewdrop gimmick alone, she deserves something. Like, here you go.
Yeah,
You put up with so much.
yeah. Call her Dewdrop.
Wear a big fucking bow tie.
Yeah.
Oh,
No bread, no water, just me.
That's right. LA Knight versus Braun Strowman.
yeah.
This match was entirely to keep the Jacob Strowman program going.
Yeah. Your US champ is used for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brown Strongman. What was I gonna say? Oh, Braun has just really come into his own as like he just knows his role and does it so well.
Yeah. He's
And
comfy
even-
out there for sure.
Even for the little guys, like smaller guys, like once they get, their comeback in, like Braun sells it for the most part for him. Like,
Yeah.
he really just does what he's there to do so perfectly.
Yeah, he'll take those
So-
kicks, like drop kicks, everything. He's down.
Yeah. And Jacob was super over too, as he, unleashes on Braun. Not a lot of wasted movement with Jacob either. He doesn't seem to blow up,
No.
right? And when he's grabbing a guy and carrying him through the ring, or going to roll him in, like before he rolls him into the ring, like he'll even headbutt him first. And when he goes to pick him up, once they get in the ring, he'll headbutt him a couple of times, right? He just fills the void with,
Yes.
damage essentially.
So old school thinking, right? Like, I gotta hurt him because I'm taking him in there. He can't have time to, get back,
Recover.
get some
That's
air
right.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's the same with how Liv last
Yep.
week on Raw when Bailey came for that run in and Liv was like, okay, and seeing and still punched Lyra a couple times. Right. Still got a
Yes.
few more licks in. So
That's why watching those old matches isn't a bad idea. Like, learn where to fill it.
right, exactly. The Naomi vignette, the Naomi promo. This thing was incredible. Like the emotion, it's I don't love that she's going to lose to Jade.
Yeah. Because it's working so good.
It is, right? So, however, the promo it was awesome. It's so nice to see Naomi show this side and this heel personality. Something different than, the glow that we've seen for how long now? Over a decade.
It's almost like the heel turn's working so well. I don't want to see her lose. It's the hair,
Exactly.
everything. Like, she's changed up her look. Everything is so good. The way she speaks, even, it's like fantastic.
Very low too, very quiet, right? This promo, very Jake the Snake, right? You gotta lean in to listen. It was great.
It's just like she's over it. She's over the glow shit. She's over these girls coming in. Like, It's so good.
And she should go over on Jade, and she should be the next challenger for the women's title. Like, she should be the one to go after Charlotte next. Jade and Charlotte did have a stare down, obviously, which, you know, is like whatever, but
please, do we have to see that?
yeah, do we have to see it already? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
which that just led
Charlotte
me to
stand it.
believe that Jade is going to beat Naomi, which I don't like, but
Yeah. And Charlotte wins and then she'll just stand there and be like, Jade, hurry up, do your moves.
yeah,
Let's make her look stupid.
yeah, and Jade loves the kip up, just loves it. But yeah, awesome vignette. Really, really enjoyed watching it. So, Charlotte versus Michin is next. I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Didn't like it.
Was this just to get Charlotte some reps in the ring?
I guess so, but like,
Yeah, like
ugh.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the point was. Like, Tiff didn't do a run in. Nobody did, for that matter. It was just Michin tapping out.
Yeah.
And just get Charlotte some TV, I guess. I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of. And then, you know, the Tiffany promo after, but Michin, like, she's worked her bag off for the last how long, and then you get to do this, and Charlotte just looks like a bag of skin out there. I didn't like it at all.
Well, yeah, and you have built Michin up. So why build Michin up to basically be enhancement talent here?
Yeah.
Like, if that's what you're going to do, then just put BFAB against her again.
Well, it doesn't hurt her at all. Yeah, she hasn't been in the feud for that US title.
Exactly. So I'm not sure what the point of it was.
Bigger threat, I guess.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to say about Naomi was that it was like very natural acting.
Yes.
I'd be interested to know how many takes they had to do, if they had to do any. Like, that was the emotion, and then the anger at the end of it. Like,
yeah,
proceed with caution. Yeah, whoever wrote it. Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
I love the caution tape. Like, she should have said that. She could have worked that in.
She should have.
Enough.
I'm not a nugget.
That would have been great.
Randy versus Drew. What they should have done was just not do the Miz and Jimmy Uso and just extend this match longer, because having this match and these two massive men have a excellent 2-segment, basically main event match would have far exceeded. Right, you've killed the crowd then right before this contract signing, putting in this shit Jimmy Uso Mike Mizanin match.
Yeah. Yeah, these two were they could have actually had London going crazy.
They could have
if they had the time.
Right, the match then at the end of the day, it was just fine because of that, right? We assumed that Kevin Owens was going to show up and distract Randy, which he did. Drew gets the win on Randy, and then of course Randy's teasing the punt again, which that's also now it's super obvious that Kevin is getting punted.
Yeah.
Kevin must
Heads
have
will be
asked for
rolling.
some time off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kevin will show back up at like, I don't know, Backlash or something, or who knows. Him and Sammy will come back as heels and beat the shit out of somebody after Sammy comes back from Ramadan.
Do something. Yeah, that would be different. I'd like that.
That'd be fun. Kevin also teases a package pile driver on the table again, so I wonder if we see that. Maybe Randy no-sells it like Hogan would in the 80s.
It just gets right up. No.
Yeah, like Hogan no-selling Savage's elbow drop. God. Fuck, what a corny-ass fucking gimmick.
He's got so many muscles, it just doesn't make it to his heart.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Good God, he's hulking. Oh my God.
I hated that whole finger pointing shit at the end of it. When you're older and you see it, you're like, oh, really?
Yeah. Especially when he was Mr. America. That was the only time it was good because it was fucking funny.
Wait, he was Mr. America. He was?
Yeah.
Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Can you believe it?
No.
Can you dig it?
Oh, I thought they were two different guys.
Whoops, I broke the fourth wall, as Punk said. I broke kayfabe for you, yeah.
You ruined it.
Sorry. And then we get the contract signing to close the show. The contract signing. First, we get 10 minutes of entrances and then 6 minutes of commercials.
True.
But this segment was incredible. Oops.
And Seth was wearing a normal suit.
Seth was wearing a normal suit. Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow.
I think by the end of this match, Seth will end up being a full heel.
Yeah.
Which I think the suit is kind of, hinting at that.
It's very
and
dark.
Maybe that's the swerve, is that Heyman swerves everybody.
Yeah, it was red
Seth.
and black. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. But Paul Heyman is just he's a genius, right? Moves the chair to the head of the table.
Just wipes it down.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Which I thought was incredible.
Yep.
And they didn't even mention that in the commentary. Like Paul moving the chair to the head of the table, or right? Like, and I was kind of looking on Twitter, and nobody else seemed to mention it. So, am I the god?
It was so clever to do that, right? Like, this guy is the head of the table. Why isn't he sitting there?
That's right.
Get it over there. Incredible.
Roman, and then Roman's, then Heyman's singing. Roman Reigns. Yeah. God.
As he's got his hands all folded up, like praying at him. Loved it.
Kneeling down, sweating.
Yeah.
Too many private jet flights. You're not getting your exercise, Paul.
Yeah, very true.
And Roman ad-libbing was excellent. This was the best Roman has been on the mic since he's come back, too.
Yes, so natural.
It was very little, he wasn't saying a whole bunch, but he had that full-on, like, basically heel tribal chief persona going, and it was being done very well. Seth came out. Seth didn't really have much to say until Punk came out.
Yeah.
Seth came out and, they kind of discussed the match itself, and then he just signed it. So I don't know. Maybe the writers didn't have anything for him until Punk came out.
Yeah, it was a bit suspicious that it was just like, okay, well, yeah, his problem is with Punk, I guess, but still. Lesson.
Yeah, he did say that Roman's biggest mistake is not understanding the danger. He still thinks Punk is a danger to the company, right? So
yeah.
You let the biggest snake in the world into the garden, he says. Metaphorically, right? The garden, so.
Yes.
And then Punk makes his way down. Thumbing through the whole contract. That's where Roman starts ad-libbing, right? What do you need, a highlighter or something? He says.
With a Piper reference, though, that made me happy. I loved that when he was like, "Oh, I'm all out of gum. I'm all out of bubble gum." That was awesome. That's so glad Punk did that. That was so cool.
Whoops. Cutting you off here. Whoops.
Ooh. I was naked in that one. Look quick.
Heyman then says to Punk, "I know what you're looking for, and it's in there." So,
yes.
He's
so good.
He's teasing that that's the favor, right? He's teasing the favor.
And Roman at the time, holy, just like, yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, his smirks and his laughs, and you're closing the show at WrestleMania. You get to live your dream. CM Punk, you're a WrestleMania main eventer. And Roman says, "See what I'm saying? One man's dream is another man's favor." Check.
It's fantastic shit.
Is that genuine raw emotion from Punk?
I think so. I feel like it is. He's earned it, man. When he came back, I think he expected it the first year.
I think so too.
Right? Like, he doesn't seem like the actor to cry on command. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it probably was too. Should it have been the first year? Maybe, but that's just the way WWE works, right? You left, you talk shit, you don't get it. Yes. You don't get it year one, so.
Second year, yikes, injuries happen.
Yeah. So that now this is where Seth loses his mind. Basically, Seth is his main goal was to prevent CM Punk from main eventing WrestleMania, even at the expense of Seth himself main eventing WrestleMania. He did not want CM Punk to be there. This is where I thought Seth really sold the match from his side of the story as well. Just because it's like fully, it's taken him over, right?
Yeah.
it's consumed him. CM Punk being there has consumed him. And it's kind of tying everything back to that War Game, that Survivor Series debut, when he was very visibly, from fan footage, like losing his fucking mind that Punk was there.
Yeah.
Whether that was a bit of a work or not, who knows? I don't know if we'll ever know. But he says Punk doesn't deserve it, and it's your fault, and it's Heyman's fault.
Which is good. Gets him back in the story a little bit. Yeah.
That's right. And, Punk thanks London and Chicago and everybody for chanting his name for 10 years. And this is where Roman says, no. There's only one person you should be thanking. Go ahead. Do it right. Do it. Thank your tribal chief. Do it the right way. Because of me, you're in the main event, he says.
And it surprised me that it went that far as it did.
It did, yeah. And he says, thank you, my tribal chief, the holder of the Ula Fala, the head of the table. And then he says, the big dog?
Yeah, that. And then Roman's face. Yeah. Oh, gold.
Yeah, sold the shit out of it for him. It was great.
So good. Yes.
Thank you for a kid from Chicago to be graced by your presence. Because of you, I will see you in the main event of WrestleMania. And he pauses and he says, thank you, but that's not the favor I'm owed. And the Netflix thing immediately goes, ba-dum.
And that just adds it.
I thought it was a fantastic ending to the show.
Heyman mouthing, God damn it. Like, just so frustrated. He knows it's coming. Yeah,
and Heyman sold it too, right? Sold it on his face and was looking at Roman when he did.
Yeah. So someone's in shit. Either Heyman, I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see where he ends up.
I am more interested, in this match than I am probably any other match, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're
truthfully,
they're selling their match better than anybody else is selling, and building theirs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right. The Tiffy and Charlotte one's fallen flat. The Gunther and Jey Uso one, I have no idea. I have no idea where they're going and what they're going to do to breathe life into this thing for another 3 weeks.
Nor is any outcome that great. Like, it's not exciting either way.
No, it isn't. So, but I guess time will tell. We'll see tomorrow what happens. Especially for the other women, right? Bianca's going to be in the special guest referee. Don't know what to expect there either, but guess we'll find out. So, and that was SmackDown. That's episode 19. Yeah. At least it was a little bit better than last couple of weeks, but not by much. I thought, anyways.
Yeah, it definitely beat the last 2 or 3 by far, but still, it wasn't an A show.
No, it's nowhere close to the Raws that we've been having, or even the NXTs for that point. To that point. So, hopefully, once we can get this down to 2 hours, that can start bringing some things together, or at least let's cut the shit in the back and add another match for that matter. Like, there's so many people that aren't wrestling
and good talent that's sitting around just
that's
waiting.
Right. Like, I'm not a fan of 8-man tag matches, but you could at least have another tag match, say, and have these other guys, were ringside or interfering or whatever it may be, and help build, which, like I've said, is very obviously probably going to be a tag team ladder match of some sort. Or like get the Andrades there and the Santos Escobars and the Carmelos wrestling. Enough is enough, you guys. But, but that's episode 19. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, put a follow, do whatever you need to do to help. And we catch you Tuesday for the Raw recap.
See you Tuesday.